Diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Business fresh, just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
DQ, baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids. D-Face. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. We're flying on them. We're flying on them. We're flying on them. We're flying, sun up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, I'm back. Season 2, we here. Next level, bigger and better. Let's go.
See me letting go. I'ma lose control. I'm not afraid to fall. Watch me drink it in and feel it all.
8 p.m. Monday night, so you know it's time to tune in to the Afterglow show. Shout out to Kofi and them fam, you rattlers, the football historian. The audience is pouring in at this time like Jackson State playing Grambling. Both hosts like quarterbacks, but ain't scrambling. The Alcorn state of mind that I'm in got me blending in, but standing out like tiger skin. Shout out to TSU and all the recruits, turning down big schools for HBCUs. They changed up the scheme, so we changing the scenes. Money for our likeness is nice, but this means we gotta give it all that we got in this game. Black college grad myself, I went to pain. Pick, run, hit, or throw, that's your option. Discussing the coaches, wins, and the losses on the Afterglow.
See me letting go.
Scotty, you went crazy.
I'ma lose control.
Every Monday night at 8,
I'm not
super crazy.
afraid to fall.
Featuring
Watch me
Kofi and your
drink
boy
it
Scotty.
in and feel it all.
You know what time it is?
Go,
Let's,
go,
you heard me. Let's,
go.
season 2.
Go.
Enjoy.
I would say happy Monday, but you know what it is. It's Tuesday. We in the building. Me, you already know, Scotty, and my brother from another. Go away.
What up, what? What up, what? What up, what?
What's up, Go? How you doing, man?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, we here, you know, Tuesday night, you know, got to change it up every day. Did a special edition show. Now we on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Just flipping the script on them. You know, they don't know what to do. You know
It's off script. It's off script.
Damn, I ain't even thinking that. I'm so slow. My show is called Off Script. I didn't even get that. But anyway, anywho, all right, and you know, we got a little orange on orange, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Got a little orange on. I mean, I don't think you own anything but orange. See the like
I got some green, I got some black, I got some white. I try not to wear blue.
It's literally FAMU colors. It's either FAMU colors or dashiki. And that's it. That's it. So the one you either in green, orange, or dashiki. That's it.
Wakanda forever.
Boy, you stay repping. Boy, you stay repping. I think you and what's your boy Kelvin? I think y'all got the same wardrobe, bro.
No, buddy. My brother Kelvin is on a whole different level when it comes to his orange and green. Every year is different. He has so much orange and green and white and black and outfits and sweaters and shoes from head to toe. He is a rapper.
Oh man. Yeah.
I haven't quite gotten the shoe game up to par, you know.
He kind of reminds me of that who's that guy in the NBA, the old white dude used to wear all the crazy coats? The chat gonna get us right. But you know, like that's what he reminds me of. The white dude that used to always wear all the crazy coats and colors and
listen.
Yeah, that's Kelvin.
Don't nobody. There's a reason why he was the mayor of Wanish Way.
Sager, there you go. Sager.
All right.
Bob Sager. I think that's his name, Bob Sager. But Craig Sager. Shout out to Craig. Doing his thing. All right, listen, before we get to today's show, you know me, listen, the United Negro Foundation is always open. All right. Referral program. All right. If you know of a small business owner looking to advertise, please send them our way. Listen, man, you know my English is not messed up. My English, I didn't take English class. Okay. I got an associate's. Okay. If they sign up with us, you will get a referral fee. Okay. So if you or a small business owner that you know would like to advertise on Off Script, you know, listen, I do my own shout outs. You know, I do my own little blurbs. You know, I make it fun. I make it engaging. But if you would like to promote on Off Script, you're like, hey, I got a business, I got a company, I got a friend, blah, 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 whatever. Just hit us up. Whatever we bring in, you know what I'm saying? We'll kick you a referral fee back. And we appreciate everybody in the family and community, man. So I just appreciate everybody. And if you're interested, text that number up top, 214-396-0268, 214-396-0268. It all depends on what you're looking for. All right. It all depends on what you're looking for is what I charge. All right. If you're trying to get like a little blurb at the top, see what HBCU League Pass. Plus, if you're trying to get something like that, it ain't gonna break your pockets. But if you're trying to get a whole 30-second commercial, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I want me overlapping the commercial, might cost you a few ducats. You know what I'm saying? Might cost you a few ducats, but it's all in fun and stuff like that. All right.
That's business.
All right, cool. Hey, man, we got a full show today. Going to talk about some John Morant. Going to talk about some swag stuff. Definitely got to talk about the DEION situation on Pivot. And last but not least, we're going to end the show with Tyler Perry and Byron Allen fighting over BET. Black Entertainment Television. All right, so we're going to get into it today. First up, got to start with a little word on the street. Kofi, word on the street is Coach Terry Sims has joined Eddie Robinson Jr.'s staff at Alabama State. How you feeling about that, my good man?
He gotta eat. He gotta eat. He gotta eat. And he ain't beat Bama State since he been there, but I think he's an excellent addition to their staff. Yeah. I think he's experienced enough. He's an excellent motivator, and he knows what he's doing. I think he's upgraded, probably is going to be on the defensive side of the ball, which really isn't their issue. The issue is scoring some points against the top East teams. So I like the hire. I like the hire.
I like it. Listen, when you make a strength a strength, I guess that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Defense has really never been Alabama State's problem. Coach Eddie Robb is a defensive-minded guy. So to make a strength a strength, and even you have said, his times at Bethune-Cookman was a great defensive coordinator during those times and those stretches as well. For me, they need to be getting Bama's on the offensive side of the ball, okay? I mean, Jesus. I mean, you couldn't score on an AAU team, okay? So I just think that your priorities are a little messed up, but that's just me. Okay, that's just me. I just think your priorities are just a tad bit messed up. But if you feel that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. All right, moving forward what are the main topics for today? Ja Morant. Okay, now.
Keep talking.
Ja Morant has been. Let's recap this story, right? Okay, so if you don't know about Ja Morant is a high-level point guard, superstar point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. Has recently just signed a $200 million deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. He was caught on IG Live at a strip club, posting a blicky, as you can see right there, posting a blicky. And after the post, he did a self-imposed suspension of himself for 2 days. That has now become indefinite. He has taken his team has said he's taken a step back, want to get mental health. His alcohol abuse has gotten really bad, and they're putting him in a treatment facility, in a treatment program. But the main topic is what is going on and how did it get to this point? And Kofi, my question to you, Kofi, is who gets the belt for this?
Okay. So I really wanted to tear his butt up on Saturday. I mean, I was ready to get him for the old and the new. But the one thing that I know is mental health is no joke. And now you better not be using it as some type of excuse because you're trying to avoid this darn belt. But let me say, for a young man to be thrust in the spotlight like this, it's not easy. And unfortunately, a lot of our young people don't know how to tell or pick their entourage or the people that are around them. It's hard to tell Pookie and them, go sit down somewhere. No, you can't come. And he needs to be able to tell Pookie and Ray and all them other people from his section or whatever they call it, y'all need to step back. I give y'all the business. Y'all take this, go start your own stuff. But I can't have y'all around me because right now I've got to protect not only my image, I've got to protect my bag. And I've got to protect my legacy, which is really at stake right now. Because the stuff that he's doing is going to lead to his death if he doesn't stop. I don't know what the infatuation is with his little gun and all of this stuff, but Sharp. Which Sharp was it?
Shannon.
Okay. Shannon Sharp tried to straighten him and tried to help him and his entourage and all the people. You ain't no gangster. So why are you trying to pick up gangster-like tendencies that's gonna get you killed? And something that you're not even ready for. He's one of the more talented individuals to hit the NBA in some time. And he's got an opportunity to really, really do great things. Everybody's story is a little different, but if it's mental health, I'm willing to wait before I tear his ass up, you know, because I feel, you know, his teammates around him were willing to give him some sympathy and give him some mercy. And I think that's a good thing, because one of the things that you need is support. But I need him to get evaluated, and evaluated quick. I need somebody to give me a diagnosis. I need him to get in therapy and stay in therapy, because a lot of times when people get on addictions, they're dealing with some level of trauma on some level. And if it's something that's hidden, let's deal with it now. Let's find out what it is. Let's get to the root of it so it doesn't spring its ugly head again. Because he doesn't need this. He can be a triple threat and be an actor, you know, have multiple streams of income. He's that type of dude, but he's making dumb decisions, and that has to be dealt with. You know, you can't blame his daddy because he came from a good home.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Now, you know, they say raise up a child so he never departs. You know, that's what the good book says. My thing is this: as such a, if anybody knows Ja Morant or watched him over the past years, him and his dad are super close. I mean, I'm talking about stuck by the hip. He literally bought a mansion his first year as a rookie. When he got his new money, bought a mansion and gave the one to his dad, and then bought the one next door to his parents and bought the one next door. So I think his dad does have some culpability, because, and people are like, oh, he's grown, but it's still your dad. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 grown daughters, but it ain't gonna stop you from being their dad. At the end of the day, you still their dad. So money does not replace the fact that you are his dad. No matter how much money my son get, no much money, how much money I get, my mama still gonna be my mama. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the reason why people say, well, he has so much money, he's a millionaire, his dad can't tell him what to do, then
I ain't saying that, but I'm saying that I'm sure his daddy wasn't out there saying, be a hoodlum, get a gun, get on IG, do stupid shit. His daddy is not up there doing that. I think that now, I want to question the level of accountability and responsibility. I think that needs to be addressed. I would like to dive deeper into that, but I think that needs to happen with therapists, because, again, there was enough time for his dad to jump in there and say, son, I'm going to really need you to sit down. I'm going to really need you to chill. I'm going to really need you to put the gun away. Give me the gun. You know, it was enough time. Now,
you sound like Friday. Give me the gun, Craig. Give me the gun, Craig.
Craig, give me the gun.
What you need a gun for, son?
Yeah.
All we needed was these. You win some. You win some. You lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah. You live to fight another day.
Yeah. I mean, he is the vibe that I got from him, from Ja, was the same vibe I got from Tupac and T.I. It's like, is he trying to die? Because you're conjuring up situations that lead to deadly confrontations. I mean, what road are you trying to travel, son?
This is my thing. Okay.
You don't even, and here's my thing, and I don't get it. You got money. Why do you have to go out to a darn club anyway? You can have your own party. You can have your own set of people if that's what you want to do. Why go out?
Listen, if that's okay, let's call a spade, right? Let's keep it a buck, because if I was a 20, let's say 24, 25, let's say if I was 24, 25-year-old man, young man with $200 million, I'm a stun on somebody. Okay? I'm a stun. That's why you go out. You go out to stunt on Bama's to show you how much money I got that you don't. That's number one. Number two, this is my thing. I have a problem when somebody says somebody is not hood. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Cam. We had a conversation and he really made me think about it like this. He said, and we kind of banter back and forth, is that you can be from the hood, but not a gangster. You can be from the block, but you're just not in that life. There's two different things. So I agree with people when they say, come on, John, like that's not your lifestyle, right? Hold on. That's not your lifestyle. Does not mean that he is not from the hood. Those are two different things, right? Because there's a lot of people that have grown up in poverty-stricken areas with crime-stricken areas that aren't thugs, that don't sell drugs, but they're from the hood. They can walk in there. They know people. Hey, that's my man's. If you need an 8-ball, you can get it from him. If you need weed, you can get it from him. I just don't dabble in that. So my issue is that people who say somebody is or is not hood, I have a problem with that. My last point, I'm gonna let you go, Kofi. I know people are like, how does this? I really don't think people understand how great LeBron is as a man. Because you got to think about it like, and I know people like, how you get to LeBron? Because at 18, he was given $90 million. He put his boys on. They have built an empire together, and he has not had one scandal. Not a blicky, not a affair, a side chick, a speeding ticket, a drunk night. You haven't heard anything like that about LeBron's camp. So to me, it just shows you how you can be from a situation, but mentally you're better than the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it really just, to me, when I see stuff like this with different young men, it just shows me, I'm like, wow, man, like that money can consume people in a lot of different ways. And LeBron should be a standard for a lot of young men of how you do this thing the right way, that you keep basketball the main thing. You can still put your boys on, which LeBron did, his boys from high school, and now they're all getting money together. There's a way to do it. You just got to know the right way. And I know it's a lot to ask of a young man, but it's possible. That's all I want to say. It's possible. But go ahead, Cole.
No, just, when it comes to obviously, LeBron is the standard for those, but there are a lot of young men that don't take kindly to being mentored. Me and Josh about to spin the block. Kindly to being mentored, just the understanding the difference between, just being hood and being gangster. That was an excellent point. He's not a gangster.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to be, and he shouldn't want to be, So I really, really, really am really hoping and praying that he pulls it together. But he can't have no more incidents.
Nah. And what happens as quickly as it comes, as quickly as it's gone, because let's say the league comes down and suspends him, right? If he does another incident, they can release him with conduct detrimental to the team
and the brand. The NBA.
And then not pay him. All that $200 million that you thought was guaranteed is no longer guaranteed because of the suspension. So, all right, keep playing what you want. Keep playing. Listen, what they say, F around. Yeah,
find out. Look.
The more you find out, the more you F around, the more you find out. Keep playing.
Look, the great Miles Monroe put it like this: whatever you mismanage, you lose. So he's not managing his career properly. And if he doesn't pull it in, he's going to lose it.
Oh, man. Wise words from the great philosopher of Miles Monroe.
Yes,
all right. Let's talk a little Lamar Jackson. Shout out to Lamar. Now, listen, man. I don't like to listen, I don't like this. I don't like to be the conspiracy theorist. That ain't my cup of tea, right? But it it just don't make sense to me how all these teams just miraculously don't want a franchise quarterback. The Panthers are not expected to pursue. The sources say the Raiders are not expected. The Falcons are trash. You got Marcus Mariota, and you are interested in. Come on, man.
I don't believe everything that these people are saying.
Come on, man.
I don't believe for 1 minute, because they have to throw the smoke screens, because this is the draft season.
Come on.
So they can't come out and say, this is the dude that we want.
Even worse, they release Marcus.
The Falcons are playing dumb.
Come on, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The Falcons are playing dumb, but I'm telling you now, if Lamar Jackson end up in the A, that would be like the perfect situation.
What? You feel me?
Oh, my God. It would be Mike Vick 2.0 without the dogs.
What?
Rule. No dogs with Lamar.
Listen, I'll be at the arena. I would be at the arena.
When Michael Vick was the quarterback of the Falcons,
oh man,
it was a whole HBCU vibe. They was down there at the Dome. Negroes was out with tailgating. They was throwing dice, playing spades. I'm trying to tell you the whole list. They was right out there. 7. Lucky 7. Right here. Oh,
give me that stick. Give me that stick. Give me that.
You let Lamar come back out there, bro. And the black homeless people from Piedmont Park is going to be found at the Mercedes. They going to come back and be like, you thought we was gone, but we going to have our drum set out there. We going to have a full-fledged band. You let Lamar be the quarterback at the Falcons.
I think you got to do it just off the publicity alone. I mean, just.
Oh, Chocolate City would be Chocolate City for real.
Oh, my goodness, man. I'm talking about jerseys galore. You know they're going to bring Michael Vick back. You know, I mean, not too much, but they're going to try to do, you know what I'm saying? And then all the celebrities going to come out, man. It's pandemonium. It'll be pandemonium.
Now, the quiet piece is the Bucks. Because Tom Brady left, he's a Florida boy. So him suiting up for the Bucks is not necessarily out of the possibility, but I really, really, really expect the Falcons to go all in.
I mean, listen, man. The problem that I have is they said he got put they gave him the non-exclusive franchise tag.
Okay,
that's what I heard. They gave him the non-exclusive. That means that a team can offer, and the Ravens get a chance to match that offer and things like that. So that's the last thing I heard. I didn't know if they switched the tags up or not. But to me, I just think it works, man. I mean, I just think it's a great fit. Atlanta, Lamar, I don't know, you know, they got some, like, they don't have Calvin Ridley anymore. They still got to get some receivers. They got Cordell Patterson and little stuff like that. I mean, they got a lot of rebuilding to do.
They got the money and the capital to do it, though.
I just think that if you want to be taken seriously as a Falcons fan, this is the move. If you want to believe that your team is trying to do something, then just, you know, stay afloat. They go out and make this move. You invigorate the audience. You know, listen, you know you're going to get some ticket sales. I don't give a damn what you talk about. A black quarterback. That's how we felt about Justin Fields.
If black quarterback in black.
Come on, man.
And red.
It's crazy.
Throw some green up in there with them MLK uniforms and ATL uniforms. It's a wrap.
A wrap, man. It's an absolute wrap. So I hope the Falcons come to their senses and make that move. But we shall see. But this feels like, I'm just gonna say, Like my Jesus face says, feels a little collusionist to me. You know, the white people get on the conference call, they be like, hey, don't offer that, boy. You better not offer that, boy. All right. So it just feels a little collusionist to me. That's how I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's not act like the NFL is not good for a little collusion or two. All right.
Yes.
All right. Moving on. All right, we're going to get to the Deion thing. Once again, call lines will be open. You can call in 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. All right. Once again, we got 2 more subjects. We got the Deion Sanders clip from the pivot, as well as BET, the bidding war, Tyler Perry and Byron Allen. All right, let's get into it. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the whole pivot today.
I watched it.
Okay. I just took a little. Well, let me ask you this. What were your thoughts about Deion on the pivot and the overall interview?
When Deion has an opportunity to present his narrative his way, he doesn't normally mess it up.
That's fair. That's good. That's good.
You know, he's going to tell his side of the story from his point of view. He's prepared. He knows what to say. And, you know, when he has time, it's those moments where he just be flying off the cuff that you be like, bro, did you just like what you doing?
Yeah.
You had us and then you come back with something like this. But I thought that, you know, his interview had a Deion-like vibe. You know, the people that were interviewing were not contentious. They let Deion flow and talk, which is what he does best. And he gave his side of the story, and I was kind of like, oh, well, okay. I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad. You know, the comment he made last week about the single parent stuff was, you know, I thought was very careless, considering that his son, his family comes from a single parent household. Broken, divorced, abuse, all that stuff. You know, and the kids had a front row seat. So I felt like that was very irresponsible, and you know, and the people that afford Deion a lot of times like to say, well, he meant to do that because no, I just think sometimes Deion just talks too much. He just needs to shut up and be slow to speak. You know, I mean, Bomani went all the way in.
Yeah.
And I feel like rightfully so, but this interview right here, you know, I thought was a good one.
Okay.
You know, because the main antagonist of this, I was just waiting, you know, Channing, you know, with what he said last year and the way that he managed that situation, I felt like was thorough because he didn't throw shade against Jackson State or the city of Jackson. He just said, you know, just really the mentalities of the people. It's not money, you know, because I got money.
Yeah.
It's not fame because I got fame, you know, but the mentalities of leadership, there you go. We got an issue.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay. Let me say this. Once again, I always appreciate an interview with Deion because 9 times out of 10, it's some stuff you being like, listen, you can guarantee Deion is going to say something like, really, bro? Like, and it's not like a really like mad. It's just like he said, do you ever look back? Nah, you know, everything God made was forward. My ears are forward, my nose are forward, my knees are forward, my feet are forward, my fingers are forward. Like, that's the stuff you be like, come on, bro. Like, it's just one of those things like, you're doing too much.
He lives to give one-liners or quotables.
Oh my God.
Tweetable stuff. But oftentimes it's meaningless. And I don't think he recognizes that aspect, you know. But much of what he says, though, is truth. It's motivational. It excites you. It draws you in. And really the white people really love that kind of thing. They're like, oh, that brother right there, he can rhyme. He can put it together. He can put together a phrase. Say something, Deion. Inspire us, move us, change us, rearrange us, do something. You know, black people after a certain amount of time, they start looking at you sideways. Now, all right, now you ain't just in MLK. Now we need to see, you know,
like Deion say something like this, like Deion, you know, have you ever looked in the past? Deion be like, is there a chair you seen that sits backwards? Nah, brother. Like, it's stuff like that. You be like, what does that even mean?
You answer the darn question.
Just answer the freaking question.
Answer the freaking question.
Have you seen a basketball hoop brother that looks backwards? You know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, no, Deion, I haven't. I mean, but damn, can you answer the question? Like, that's stuff.
It would take somebody like, you know, somebody be like, you know, I'm a Superman fan, so I went to Bizarro World and I saw a backwards basketball hoop. I just wanted you to see that.
Man, it bothers me. I'm like, bro, just answer the freaking question.
And you know, it's okay not to be perfect, you know, but I like the mentality, I like the accountability, I like the energy that he's giving Colorado. Nobody was thinking about Colorado this year.
Like Jackson.
Yeah, nobody was thinking about Colorado, but now people are looking forward to that first game.
Yeah.
To see what they're going to look like, to see what they're going to bring to the table, see if they're going to be halfway competitive.
No, he didn't say this. He's like, you know, it is so, listen.
I'm dreaming with my eyes wide open.
Deion could have been a pimp in another life. I'm trying to, listen, he could have been a pimp in another lifetime because he said, yeah, you know, because a lot of people, they dream when they sleep, baby. You know what I'm saying? They wake up and they can't recant. But I'm dreaming while I'm awake. I see it. I can touch it. I can feel it. I'm telling you, if he was talking to a girl, he'd be like, if you just get out there on them streets, baby, we can feel it. We can see it. We can touch it together. You know, I just need you to go out there and get in that car for a good hour, baby. And you know what I'm saying? You do what you do. Like, he could have been a pimp.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. Deion really does understand the power of the spoken word. He lives that out. He knows death and life is in the power of the tongue. And if he wants to build something up, he begins talking about it. Yeah. And, you know, I believe most or much of what he says. I don't believe everything, but I believe a lot of what he says. He's an excellent orator. He's entertaining.
Yeah. He definitely gonna keep you entertained. Listen, Deion is good for some entertainment, and he gonna stay in the news. He gonna stay in the news. All right, so let me just play a quick clip of something off the podcast that I thought was pretty interesting. So here we go.
I've been waiting on this too.
A very long time. He said he knew at some point he'd be at a PWI having this conversation with Coach Prime.
That means he believed in me. That's what that believes. That don't believe. That ain't no disbelief. That means that he believed in me.
I believed in you, and I believed that you were at a place that didn't have the resources like we talked about to keep you.
It wasn't just the resources, though. It was the ideology, the thought process, the forward thinking.
Yeah.
It was meeting me at the crossroad. That's what was involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
And sooner or later, you got to really look in the mirror and say, are they going to get there?
Yeah.
Do they even want to get there? And I had to ask those questions and really be honest with him.
But I don't know another way to say it. There's only one you, though.
Thank you.
And you say you leave hope behind, but so many people felt like when Prime Time left, so did that hope. That people, the Under Armours and the ESPN game days, they came to Jackson for Coach Prime.
Right.
And when you think about HBCUs now moving forward, not only just Jackson State, but the entire SWAC, what is it that they can take from kind of the blueprint that you left that's usable without your name?
Let's go on the field first. Number one, you got to have a quarterback that can throw the darn football to win. It's two teams that really were successful. I just said in the SWAC, us and FAMU with Coach Simmons, who was my guy, quarterbacks that can spin it. Because sooner or later you're gonna find yourself down 14 in the MEAC. They had a few that can spin it as well, and they were very successful. Number two, the recruiting now is absurd. What I mean by that is now people are saying, I go to HBCU. Ain't nothing wrong with a HBCU. I could do that because now there's a navigational system that leads you from the HBCU realm to the NFL. Once upon a time, it was diverted. It wasn't happening. So it's so many things that we left behind that you can glean from. I really believe that, and I honestly believe that, and I understand the business acronym must change, though. The business model must change. It has to, and there has to be account and balances to that. And I mean that. And I try to check that. I was checking that, and that has to change because we can't keep saying we don't have and poor little old me. We can't keep doing that because we got to make the most of what we have and who we have.
Shannon.
All right, so the first part I want you to speak on, Kofi, is the ideology part, right? Because a lot of people said, and I'm gonna play it one more time for people, so they can kind of get
the resources, though. It was the ideology, the thought process, the forward thinking.
Yeah.
It was meeting me at the crossroad. That's what was involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
And sooner or later, you got to really look in the mirror and say, are they gonna get there?
Yeah.
Do they even want to get there?
do they want to get there? Now, once again, we spoke on, he said a lot without saying anything specific because, you know, Deion doesn't want to get backed into a corner to say, you know, I didn't say that, or I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So he kept it open-ended. But what were your thoughts when you heard that snippet of the ideology of them not meeting him where he was? He was at a crossroad and asking himself, do they really want to get there? No matter where that there is. You're muted.
Well, at first I was thinking about that song, Meet Me at the Crossroads. You can be lonely.
So you won't be lonely.
You won't be lonely.
Come on, man.
Meet me at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. I was thinking about that.
There you go. Get it right.
You know, I know he's an ATLian on some level and stuff, so I think he was trying to throw that in there. He was trying to find his flow.
From Cleveland, Ohio. What are you talking about?
That's an ATL anthem. Like Atlanta, they might have been from Cleveland, but the people that rolled out with that was in the ATL.
Showing how sheltered you were in church. That's what you're doing right now. You're showing how sheltered you were in church. Come on.
Just go with me.
Go ahead.
Meet me at the crossroads so you won't be. But I immediately my thoughts went to President Hudson, who's on his way out, and and the staff. He gave kudos to. He always makes sure that he gives Brother Robinson his kudos.
Mm-hmm.
But the president is the one that sets the culture and sets the structure and framework for progress to take place on any campus. And if the president nixes it, it's not going to happen. And immediately, I was thinking about boardrooms and meetings before meetings and all the type of stuff because Deion has to talk and, XYZ. And I could see where President, Hudson was like, no, we ain't doing that. We're not going to do it. We're not doing it. And so nixing certain resources and opportunities to get more resources and seeing the mentality of the people that were surrounding the president and, in the president's ear, Deion trying to do, you might as well make him president if you ain't going to be the president. And, just negativity.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that in his statement, trying to bring suggestions, trying to bring things that he felt like could elevate the program and the school and the people that were the decision makers saying no.
Listen, at the end of the day, and I've said this earlier, I've said this on numerous occasions, better business, better situation. Like Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Okay?
Papa John's.
You know what I'm saying? Better business, better situation, HBCUs. So I'll never disagree with Deion when it comes to that. The ideology and things like that. Listen, man, there's nothing wrong. And I'm for a little bump and grind. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't know what I just popped in my head. There's nothing wrong with the SWAC wanting to stay the SWAC. Don't listen to Dr. McNugget when he tells you we're trying to move together as a conference. It ain't happening. He can't, listen, first of all, he can't keep you out of trouble. He can't do business the right way, and he damn sure talking out the side of his neck. So don't listen to Dr. McNuggets in that aspect. But my thing is this. It's okay if the SWAC does not want to move FBS, but that doesn't mean that their value is diminished because of that. If the president didn't have the ideology or didn't want to go FBS, that's okay. That's absolutely okay, because there are certain things that, you know, HBCU people know about their HBCUs. And do I think Jackson State would have strived in a Conference USA or no? They'd be looking like Hampton right now. Just in abyss. Just in abyss. We just here. That's what they would have looked like, because it's literally asking a kid to go into an environment that he doesn't feel like he's going to thrive in, which is, you know, an all-white environment where they don't do nothing that you do. And everything that you do, they look at as like, why do you do that? So it doesn't benefit you just to jump up for money, because at the end of the day, you're going to keep running back to your old girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to schedule your old girlfriends and all the old situations. So I see why that ideology is not conducive to what Jackson would have wanted to do. It just doesn't make sense. But there probably were some things business-wise that Deion probably had ideas about, and they didn't see eye to eye on that. So those type of things I can understand Deion being upset. But if you're upset about, and this is me assuming, because once again, Deion did not say this directly, but if you're mad because they didn't want to go FBS or try to make the jump, bro, that's not their, like, it doesn't matter. Listen, man, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It kind of does. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think Jackson State, even if they were making better money, they wouldn't like the environment that they were in, because it wouldn't have been conducive to who they were. So you have to just weigh those options. Balance that out. Like, hey, do we want to not be who we are and go get paid, or do we stay where we're at and stay broke? But in the stay broke aspect, no, what I'm saying, the stay broke aspect is you keep the same mindset, right? You can renovate a house in the hood. You can renovate a house in the hood. So it's not to say that you can't make where you're at better, bro. You gotta be intentional about that. But go ahead, Kofi. I'm sorry.
It's a lot. Jackson State has had, and I know what this is like, you know, being at FAMU. Okay, so I'm not throwing no shade.
Yeah.
But 10 presidents, or is it? They've had multiple presidents. Let's put it like that.
I think it's 5. I think they're on their 5th one in
10 years,
5 years, 6 years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're on their 5th president in 5 years, or 4th president in 5 years.
And that's not shade. That's just speaks to a group of people that are not being heard. Because I know Jacksonians don't want instability at the top. But let's suppose he leaves and goes his merry way, Hudson, or no, Deion and them, they elevate and go to Conference USA, and now they without a president. You know, I mean, how does that look? And now you got a big spotlight on you and your university unnecessarily. You know, there's more to FBS than just football. You got to have more sports. And Jackson State has a world-class women's basketball team, and they ain't packed that place out, not nary day. But they want to go Division I? FBS? No.
It is.
I mean, they have a world class. That women's basketball team is world class. They can compete
anyway with any of them.
With any of those teams, they can compete.
Any of them.
But Jackson, They get 50,000 for the darn football game and maybe 1,000, maybe, for the basketball game. And that's men's.
And the crazy thing, though, Kofi,
that's crazy.
They not even pushing the program, which has been more dominant than the football program.
They wasn't ready. The mentality there has to shift. And it can shift because I look at Jackson as being a chocolate city. There ain't nothing but black people in Jackson.
Ain't nothing but it. Ain't nothing but it.
Ain't nothing but colored people down there in Jackson, Mississippi, people. I'm trying to tell you, if you're looking for something white, you might have to go to Madison or something like that. But Jackson, I was watching The Help last night. No, it was talking about. All right, back on the topic. All right, here we go.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: if and when Coach Tamika Reed wins her first round in the NCAA tournament, I don't want to listen. It's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be pandemonium. Because that just is what black people do. I just need y'all to keep riding that wave, right? Just keep supporting her, keep pushing what she's doing. Because at the end of the day, you can talk about DEION, but Coach Reed is the one leveling the playing field. Truly. I want to make that very clear because you can get bigger in basketball way before you get bigger in football.
Look, she has matched.
You can have a Butler. You can have a Wichita State. You can have the little St. Providence team in New Jersey and all that type of crap. So I'm just saying, but go ahead, Coach.
Now she's setting Jackson State up to be a modern day Cheney State.
Oh yeah, I just saw that story about Vivian Stringer taking them to the final the champion.
She's in position. If she has a really solid recruiting class, she's setting Jackson State up to be a modern day Cheney State, and I will be right there cheering right along with Jackson State.
Hell yeah! I wish Jackson people wouldn't be hating on me because I damn sure be a big Jackson State women's basketball fan. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know, I'm trying to say, but.
Zariah Covington, I'm a huge fan, okay? I love me some Zariah Covington, okay? She is her and Maya Crump, they're my girls. I love both of them girls, so I'm a huge fan. So if y'all can sign a jersey for me, I'll be so happy.
I'm trying to tell you, I will be Jackson State fired up. Jackson State, we're fired up. Hey, we're fired up. Jackson State, we're fired up. Hey, we're fired up. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah,
I'll be right there, firing it up.
Oh man, shit, we all be up in that Jake. We will all be
fired up. Jackson State, we're fired up. Hey, all right, moving on.
Listen, and then when football season come, I hope they lose everything.
Lose now, Jackson State. Lose now. Hey, we losing now.
Boy, I hope they lose every game. Every game if they came to football. I hope you lose every game. I hope Coach Reed wins every game, and I hope the rebound loses every game. So it's called balance. It's called balance.
Right.
Yin and yang. All right, yin and yang. That's just what it is. Listen, before we get into Byron Allen and Tyler Perry, I want to bring this up. Was Chris Rock special too much?
I'm sick of talking about it.
What do you mean? He just did it.
I'm sick of talking about this situation. You know, now quiet as it's kept, Chris Rock has made a ton off of that one slap.
20 mil.
He has maximized that moment. He has milked it for all it's worth. And you see how much people love mess because they're willing to pay thousands of dollars to hear a mediocre performance, to wait all the way to the end for him to talk about Will and Jacob.
Dog, I think that's okay. Listen, let me I'm sorry to cut you off, Coach. I think that's the problem that I'm having with people because I'm seeing all this. It wasn't funny. Like that. Listen, I don't have a problem with First of all, maybe it's me. I don't find Chris Rock very funny. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. I like
him as an actor.
Movies and actors. I think he's hilarious. I love Chris, Head of State, Down to Earth. I think that's hilarious. But it wasn't funny. It really wasn't. So, I mean,
that stand-up momentum that stand-up anointing has left his life. He can give you a one-liner every now and then, but the most of the show was mediocre to below mediocre and had people sitting around waiting for him to talk about Will and Jada. He could have just made the whole show about Will. I said G.I. Jane, and she need to be in darn G.I. Jane. Let's start there. By the way, he should have just started there with the G.I. Jane. And he could bait him going, the slap didn't hurt. You see, I
mean, I don't know, man.
He could have done something else. Anyway, it was like watching paint dry.
It was. I agree. It didn't hit for me. I'm glad he got it off his chest. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm being a whole buck, I kind of feel Marlon Wayne's he's like, if you calling Will Smith a BS ninja, right? What's that make you? Because you ain't even fight back. You know what I'm just being real. Now he said my mama said you don't fight in front of white people. Okay, that's cool, but I mean you got punked. I mean, at the end of the day, you got punked.
And you sat up there and allowed white people to say the N-word in front of you. And I'm sitting up there like, sir.
So, listen, to each his own, everybody's cup of tea.
He got paid. I got so many thoughts about that thing. It's just real. I'm sick of talking about it just because.
But congratulations to Chris Rock for getting his money, $20 million for a non-funny special. Listen, you can't beat that. I wish somebody
can't beat that. I could have got up there for 20 mil.
Yeah, I would have got up there.
Give me one.
Boy, listen, I would have came up with some. Dry jokes. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he's not funny. He's never been funny to me. Now, movies, he's hilarious, but he's just never been a good comedian for me. All right, listen, call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124.
You talking about Tyler Perry now?
Yep, final topic of the night. Here we go. Tyler Perry and Byron Allen, two media billionaires, are currently in a bidding war to buy majority ownership in BET from Paramount Films, which would make BET black-owned again. Now, couple questions. Who do you think would have the best plan? This is for everybody in the chat, too. Who do you think would have the best plan? Who would you prefer to own BET? And the last question is, what would you do with BET if it was up to you? So first one, Kofi, you can go in order and just tell me your answers for the questions.
Tyler Perry would have the best plan.
And what
because he understands black people. He's in the mix a whole lot more than Byron Allen is. Byron Allen just has a ton of money. He ain't no dummy by any stretch of the imagination. But Tyler Perry knows the culture and knows what our people want to watch and see. People talking about, it's cheesy. It's cheesy. Oh, my God, it's cheesy. Be right there watching. Anything that he puts out. I think he can recognize talent. He's been around Oprah and them long enough to fill in certain gaps media-wise with news and hopefully sports. I would prefer Tyler Perry for the same reason that I said earlier, just largely because I have seen Tyler Perry in the culture. Not just in black culture, but just in the culture, period. The man housed the whole Queen of England. Or what's her name?
Mm-hmm.
The Black Queen.
Oh, Meghan Markle?
Yes. He housed them, and I'm just like, wow, like that is like major stuff. But he is in that, and I think he understands. I think he has a heart and a real willingness to put forth his best effort to revive the network. And I think he's smart enough to put the right people around him to do it. What would I do? I would let, if Tyler Perry wanted, I would give it to him. That's what I would do at BET. Now, can Byron do it? Abso-freaking-lutely. You know, he's intelligent, but from a content standpoint, he'd have to hire people to fill in those gaps, and he would.
That's good.
But Tyler Perry is just more in touch with that, having created content and plays. I haven't seen anything that Byron has quote unquote produced himself besides the Real People's thing that he did years and years and years ago. But he ain't no dummy. And if he got it, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay. Who would have the best plan? Of course, I agree with you. I think Tyler Perry would have the best plan for BET. Who would I prefer? I would also prefer Tyler Perry. And okay, so my plan, and then what would you do with BET is what would I do? I'm gonna tell you my plan for it. But the reason I think Tyler Perry will have a plan, and I talked to somebody, I don't want to say he's close to Tyler Perry, but he's in that realm, like he's in this group or whatever. And he said the one thing about Tyler Perry is that he is a natural producer, right? So you won't probably see Tyler Perry hire anybody to be an executive producer over a show because he feels like him and his team can create anything, right? They can put anything together. So that's the only thing that kind of deters me away, because Tyler Perry wouldn't really be putting anybody on other than the people that act, that like are actors and, you know, that are in, he'll just be like little minions for his overall vision. And I think that's the only disconnect about Tyler Perry that I'm like, man, like give somebody the opportunity to create a show. Give somebody an opportunity to build a show and not be a baby of yours that you have just implemented on the scene. I think that would be my disconnect with that. Now, if BET was mine, right? If BET was mine, this is what I would do. I would try my best to bring live sports back to BET. That will be something that I would try to do.
Oh, absolutely.
I would try to bring live sports back to BET. If I'm working with Tyler Perry and I'm like in his consultant, I'll be like, listen, man, you can have your own. His overhead is so low because he owns his own studios, right? So there's so much you can do within your own studio.
And there's so many BET channels, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I listen, I would love to just see more Black content creators and movie producers and young talent give Tyler Perry or give them the opportunity to show their stories. So instead of having Netflix originals, you will have BET originals, to where you have young and up and coming filmmakers, directors able to show off their talents to their own people. And I think that's because there's a story that needs to be told from the younger generation of what they're coming up and what they're seeing in their life and through their eyes. So I think that would be an excellent thing that Tyler Perry could do, is give voice to the voiceless, of having them have their own avenue to put out, you know, content and things like that. So I think that'd be amazing, man. So,
you know, yeah, and I'm with you on the whole live sports, bringing the HBCU games back, showing them, you know, on a BET Sports channel or whatever he decides to do with that. But in addition to that, you know, rolling voices like Roland Martin, what's my man's name? He hosted the Grammys.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah. You know, working stuff out with people like that.
Yeah.
You know, and bringing them aboard your network to do your news. You know, all of the talent that's out there. And going into an election year, we need the right voices to speak and gather support for the right candidate that's going to support our agendas.
I'm gonna say this, right? And I know Roland Martin's the difference, but Black people really don't watch the news. Like, there's a lot of studies that show like Black people are not concerned with the news. Not Tyler Perry. Roland Martin is really an outlier, if we're being honest, to have 1 million subscribers, to have a daily digital news platform. Like, he's really the outlier, but studies show that Black people do not like the news.
I don't know who you studying, because my mama be sitting up there with that CNN channel the entire day, except for her bridge, and the Steve Harvey stuff and stuff that come on that we get her to change because she's into Netflix and that stuff now.
Saying is that yeah, it might be MSNBC and CNN. I'm talking about like if it was a black news channel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for it's funny. You would black people would watch CSNBC and CNN and MSNBC and Fox News, but if you had your black-owned channel, people don't tune in to see that. It's just like I said, like Roland Martin's the anomaly of how well his stuff is doing, and shout out to Ro, but it just, you know, it don't go down like that. You know what I'm saying? It really don't go down like that. So hopefully if he does decide to do something, like he can add a spin to it, you know what I'm saying, that makes it more entertaining, engaging, or whatever. But you know, that's just what reports say. But it is what it is. Let me get some of these callers. Dre, coming to you.
Hey, what's up? I agree with y'all about Tyler Perry. I would have him. I would sell to him for the reason he owns his own studio. He has more things in-house that you don't have to teach. You know, Byron Allen, he may have the money to hire everybody, but, you know, I don't think he's as expert when it comes to programming for the culture as Tyler Perry. Also with the Lamar Jackson, I do think it's a collusion, but, you know, just like you said, the Roland Martin is an anomaly. I think the Deshaun Watson deal is an anomaly. He's going to get a chance to shop himself to see if somebody's going to give him $250-something million. He's going to get a chance to because the tag allows him to negotiate with the whole league, basically. He's going to find out if somebody's going to be willing to give him more than Deshaun. And that right there will let you know, what the market is. Because the market is going to say what it is.
That's fair. That is fair. But, hey,
appreciate
the call, though, Dre. What's up, Ro?
There you go.
There you go, big dog. What's good, Ro? Let me say this. Somebody explain to me this. Listen, because people say this about Byron. Name a show other than HBCU Go, right? Not a program. Name a show on the Griot. Name a show other than HBCU Go live television with sports. Name something that you can associate with Byron Allen that is good, that you like. Damn, I can't miss that show. Somebody, please say, I need somebody to come up with me something that Byron Allen has put together that you just like, damn, that show fire. That program is fire. Yeah, he might own a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean the stuff on the programming is actually good. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Jesus. And you just as dumb as you, if you can honestly say that, you as dumb as you look. Okay? You're as dumb as you look. You can say the same about Tyler Perry. You're bugging. You're absolutely bugging if you can think that. Meet the Browns. All his plays, damn near every Medea movie. You know what I'm saying? So let's not play this game. Caller, you live.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Stuart.
What's up, Philip?
You said that you would do what Chris Rock said?
What do you
could do
what?
With Chris Rock to stand up.
I said it wasn't funny.
No, but you said you can give me that money.
Oh yeah, 20 mil. I take 20 mil to do a horrible stand up.
Give me 1 mil.
Hold on. He got 20 mil for the one night, or he made 20 mil off his shows and that one night?
No, he got for the Netflix special. He made 20 million. They paid him 20 million for the Netflix special.
Oh damn. Shit. Well, all right. Well, damn. Let me ask you this though. But would you get slapped on national TV for $20 million?
Yeah. I get slapped on that. You can slap me for 20 mil. Now I might catch you on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I might catch you off.
No. You can't do. You got to do exactly what Chris Rock did. Would you be willing to put your reputation on the line and knowing that is going to be perpetuity?
That's it. You know, my pride I would have to subside my I would. Oh my God. I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Scotty, you would take it. You would get paid.
You'd be able to accept that.
My pride, man. I got a lot of pride.
Your kids gonna see it. Everything.
Ah, that's real. I got a lot of pride, man.
20 mil.
20 mil?
You too, Kofi.
I get slapped for 20 mil. I'm a Scorpio. Listen, I'm a Scorpio.
What that means.
I know how to chill.
No, we not the same Scorpio. Because
no. I know how to chill. Eventually, I'm gonna get you back.
Nah, we not the same Scorpio. I don't even want.
I get angry.
I don't even
want to get even.
Don't associate me with him. Nah, my pride won't let me. What day is yours? November 8th?
No, that's my wife.
What day you on?
She would have slapped him back immediately.
She the Scorpio I don't need to talk to. What day you on though?
I'm on the 17th.
See, you too far in the month. That's your problem, right? You too far into the month.
No. I just know how to get you. When I get you, I get you.
He just said you can't do that.
I didn't say that.
No, you can't. You got to do exactly what Chris Rock did. It ain't no.
I can do that. I can wait a year and get him for the old and new.
Okay. Well, my next question, the Tyler Perry thing, I got the complete opposite perspective. I think Byron, I would prefer him because I don't want to see Madea movies in perpetuity. For the whole.
You already see the darn Madea movies. They all on demand. And the plays.
I haven't watched the actual BET in a long time, but the thing is with Byron Allen, he's more of a businessman. He's not just like a producer per se. Like he's more in like the behind the scenes. So I think more black newcomers will get more opportunities.
That's fair.
And we can get like a better, diverse, more programming. Whereas I feel like if Tyler Perry owned it, we would know that Tyler Perry owned it because we would see his hand in things. That's kind of an issue I got with a lot of black people in those positions. They want to like have their hands on everything, and they don't know so much how to delegate. So I would prefer Byron Allen. I think we would get a much more diverse, broader program.
Well, let me say this though. I agree with you on the diversity, but it doesn't mean it's going to hit. See, that's the thing, right? I can bring 10 people together. Doesn't mean the 10 people that I bring together is going to hit. You get what I'm saying? I can pay for 10 people. I can pay for 10 people to give you a show. Doesn't mean the show's going to be good. So Tyler Perry does have a blueprint that gets black people in their door.
Watching.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I'm not. I'm kind of.
Look, then people know every time Tyler Perry comes to town with a play. If it's a Madea play, it's gonna start out. It's gonna be funny. You know, Madea busts through the door, shakes her breast, everybody laughs, have a couple of gospel songs. In the end, somebody forgives, the wrong person gets out, and that's the end of the story.
Well, he knows his basis. It ain't me, but, you know, I'm indifferent. I like his good quality stuff like the have and have nots. Like, I like that type. I don't like the coonery minstrel shows. That ain't for me. But, yeah, I mean, it does hit. He knows his crowd. It's the women.
The family that praised, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. That was quality. But some of the stuff I just can't stomach. But I see where you guys are coming from. I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, appreciate the call, Philip. Great question, man. Great question.
Yeah, he really built up a following with the church. And those people, we are loyal to watching his content.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we watch it for 10 minutes, we have watched his content.
And I think that's the thing that you have to worry about with Byron Allen is, does he know what works on television? Right? It's easy to put live sports on television because everybody on the team that you put on has a following, right? So it's not hard to put live sports on television. But can he build programming? Can he have, if you think about the old BET where it went Rap City in the basement, then 106 in Park, then after 106, like that's called programming. And can he build consistent programming that makes you hit, you know, that makes you go through hour after hour and be like, oh, I gotta make sure I watch this show and come here for this and come here for that. Same thing with Fox Sports when they got Undisputed and Colin Cowherd and all that type of stuff. Like, can you keep people engaged over a specific time? And we do not know that from Byron Allen. That's my only hit when it comes to
Colin Cowherd, people don't like him, and they be sitting there right there.
Okay.
They be watching him.
It is what it is.
People don't like Skip Bayless and be right there arguing and mad and everything. People don't like Scotty and be right there watching.
4016 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's goody? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, my name's Sonny. Sonny Robinson.
What's up, Sonny Robinson? What's good?
Yo, respect to y'all. Y'all putting on a great show.
Thank you, sir.
You know, first thing, you know what I'm saying, I want to start with Mr. Eight Toes himself, DEION. 8 toes down. You know.
Flag on the play.
But yeah, man, that man, he is the king of reverse psychology, bro.
Hey.
You know what to do.
No, he huh?
Nah, he said
he know what to do and say.
Oh yeah. He could take your question and reverse it on you. Real. I watched him do it. Real talk. Like for real. I mean, yo, that man can really like put that pimp hand on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the words, like I ain't seen nothing like it. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did his thing and everything, and you know, I mean, he shined the light on JSU, but you know what I'm saying? But also, you know, he put out a false hope, and that kind of hurt me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it was like being on a roller coaster ride. He gave me a glimpse of what Black America could be if we stood together. You know, so you know that when the game day came down, it really brought a tear to my eye, man. Just seeing all the Black people unified and everything come together for that kind, you know, under HBCU pretext. And salute to Michael B. Jordan too, with his support to me act. But on the hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. We here.
Yeah, but I want to get on Chris Rock, man. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I watched some of it and everything, but like when he was talking about Will Smith, man, I felt every word, bro. Like I felt every word, man. It was like his soul was talking, man. Like yo, that's what made it funny, because it was just like, cause you know it was from the heart. Like you couldn't fake that. Like that shit wasn't no joke. I just wish that he could have did a whole special on it. Like that would have killed it. You know what I'm saying? And but you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, he still got his comedy, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, his wave is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? His audience, you know, you gotta be a Chris Rock audience to really get his comedy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the bro for making 40 mil. You know what I'm saying? Yo, for two.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You kind of killing my line right now. You know what I'm saying? 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 Like, son, you really killing my line. You know what I'm saying? So you about to put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I had to let you go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, 4620. You know what I'm saying? You up next. You know what I'm saying?
What up, Scotty?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
No, I don't know what you're saying. What you saying?
Nah, you good. You know what I'm saying?
So with the BET thing with Byron and Tyler. Tyler is a creator, producer. Byron is a corraler, collector. He purchases, investor. Two different entities. And somebody in the chat mentioned, why can't they come together on some stuff? So go join in on BET, buy together, and you split that thing up. Tyler Perry production and Byron and throw some variety in there. You mix it all together. I think that'll be a magic formula with that. With this DEION thing, I've heard a lot of people over time saying, "Oh, we don't need a leader. We don't need a leader." You hear it all the time. Then he shows up, and you get excited that you got a leader. You get mad when he leaves. I'm always asking people, make your mind up. We either need one or you don't. I don't really look at anything he's done as wrong or bad or different. He just did what he came in to do. He did DEION. I ain't got no problem with that. So I'm just asking, what is it that we needed that he brought that we don't have? Now he's gone. What is it? So I'm always asking people, make your mind up. But that's all I got.
Hey, appreciate the call, Wake.
DEION has a ton of experience. He is a natural born leader. And he's a great orator. Any successful organization always has good leadership. So people might say, you know, they don't need a leader. I would, you know, kind of look at where they are, you know, and either that person is leading themselves, they're the leader, or they're not doing anything. They're just hard-headed. But any successful family, any successful organization always has a leader. And that's just the way society is. Even lion prides have leaders. You know, that's crazy. You know, so I think to answer the question, you know, DEION was great when he was there. It's just the fact, my only issue with DEION is that sometimes he just talks entirely too much. And there's a time he does need to just, he does. It's like, bro, shut up. You're saying the wrong thing. You're wrong. And it's okay for you to admit that you were wrong. I want you to grow in that area. But other than that, when it comes to motivating his team, recognizing people that can help his vision grow, DEION got that on lock.
That's fair. I want to say something about I want to say something about this real quick. And I'm gonna get right back to the Tyler Perry and Byron thing. I want to say this real quick on the Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by headlines. Okay. You guys gotta understand. A lot of times when you read a headline, you're like, oh my God, he helped out the MEAC and built a foundation. For what? To get more donation money. Like, donation money does nothing for you. Donation money does nothing for your schools. Really, I won't say nothing. That's kind of extreme. Donation money is literally like a one-time thing or one-time here or there. Like, that stuff is not as big as you think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm not trying to hate on the MEAC or whatever. I'm just saying, don't be like, oh my God, he helped them with the MEAC Foundation. Like, bro, it's not as big. It's not as all world as you think it's going to be. Okay, it's not. I just want to leave it alone. But back to the Tyler Perry and Byron Allen thing. This is the quintessential thing to me is when you put apples to apples. Okay, you have a producer against a collector, right? You have a guy who I believe with Tyler Perry is that he has a playbook that he's going to stick to, right? He's going to stick to that playbook. My team's going to create something. I'm going to find the actors, and I'm going to do that. With Byron is like, okay, this is my vision. I want to collect. How do I make this vision come to life? Who can I hire? Who can I bring on? And so forth. I mean, they both have their positives and they both have their negatives. The thing is, to me, that if I was Byron Allen sitting back is like, what have I created that people are going to be like, damn, Byron killed that. And I don't think he has anything on his resume. He bought the Weather Channel. He didn't create the Weather Channel. You know what I'm saying? He bought the griot. He didn't create the griot. Like, it's those type of situations. It's like when you get somebody, right? I'll get a good example. Let's keep it in your data, J-Dot, right? If your boss, who's a VP of marketing, has never made a program, he's never done a campaign, he just tells you what to do, and he's never done a campaign. If the VP came down and said, hey, man, I don't like what you're doing, let's do it this way, you're going to be like, bro, you don't know nothing about campaign. You don't know anything about marketing. You don't know anything about making a campaign for a client. All you know about is presenting it. That's all you know how to do is present it. And I would relay that back to Byron is like, you don't know how to build programming. All you know how to do is present it. So I'll leave it at that. But what you got, Kofi, before we get up out of here?
No, man, I just really, to me, it's a no-brainer. Now, obviously, I would love the collaboration between Tyler and Byron because it would signal something, I think, to our people, the importance of collaboration. I'd love to see it, But in terms of coming in on day one and having a plan and knowing what to do, I think Tyler Perry can do that. I've seen his content. He's got years and years of content and stuff still going in his mind. And I think he understands legacy as well to understand that he doesn't have to do it by himself. He understands the power of team. So, we're going to see.
Okay, let me ask this. Hold on real quick. I got somebody texting me. Let me ask you. Somebody said Bill Gates is a buyer, not other than Microsoft. What has Bill Gates bought and promoted that you're like, shh, let me get that?
How many TV shows has Bill Gates done?
It's Windows. I'm just saying, like, he didn't create Microsoft. Like, he bought the license. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me, right? When it comes to Microsoft. He didn't create Microsoft. He just bought it and licensed it to everybody else. So my thing is this. Yeah, he bought the program, right? He bought the program and licensed it. So my thing is this. What has he created? That you're just like, ooh, I got to have it. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I really like that black sock shirt, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. You know me. I love my Negro League stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love my Negro League. Shout out to the black.
Where do you get your Negro League stuff?
There's a here in Atlanta, there's a company, I think it's like B4L, Black for You or Black for Life or something like that. I'm gonna bring a card and they
need to advertise on your show.
Listen, every time I go in that, I spend like $180 every time I step foot in that jank. I ain't even gonna hold you, and it's all stitched. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Authentic. Yeah, it's good.
You know what I'm saying, like, it's super. Man, listen. I absolutely love that store. I spend ducats every time.
Yeah, man. So good stuff.
Hey, Caller, you live.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, I wanted to call in and talk about this Tyler Byron conversation.
Talk to us.
So the conversation is really not about Tyler and Byron. It's really about what's going on in media. So if Viacom, which is a $14 billion market cap company, that's how much they're valued at, and they're competing with companies worth $45 billion, and the whole world is no longer paying for a cable bill, but buying these streaming plus channels, and you got a whole bunch of money tied up in a cable channel, which is half of your revenue, comes from a monthly subscription. I don't know what it is. Some say close to $1 per household per month. And then all of a sudden, people are not paying for cable anymore, and you decide to package all of your cable assets that you could sell and move the best of it, like BET already does, to BET Plus for $11.99 or whatever the price is. And then all of a sudden, a huge movement takes place in the middle of it called Black-owned media, where the companies say they're going to commit 5, 7, 8. Some people are asking for 15% of the total advertising budget every year to go to Black-owned. And all of a sudden, you got a black man, Tyler or Byron, that owns that. You're now competing in a whole different space for a marketplace. And so what is 10% of 300 billion? I think that's 30 billion. And if you're getting 3-4 billion a day as a white-owned, black targeted platform, and that platform is shifting because people are no longer paying for cable because they all want Wi-Fi, and then they'll buy the channels they want, whatever it is, $5.99, $8.99, $14 for Netflix. But you got a chance to have a person like Tyler partner with you and do media, and he continues to do what he does, creativity. You continue to do operations and sales and marketing, which is how they make their money. Then that becomes interesting. But if you're
someone like Mr. Allen and he decides that he wants to buy this, he now is in a position to continue to do what he's doing, which is finance and build a movement to force them to start treating Black-owned media fairly. And again, we're getting less than 1% of the market today as Black owners, and we've created a movement around it. So this conversation, in my mind, is not really about whether Tyler buys it or Byron buys it. It's us extracting our fair value from the marketplace. And are we going to partner with the white machine and be blackface, or are we going to partner with Black ownership and then Black ownership be fairly treated, which historically Black owners have not gotten more than 23% for the price point of advertising, and they've gotten the lowest volume. That's how you get to 1% of the marketplace. So I just wanted to raise the conversation a little higher than Negro versus Negro to what this really is about, which is a shift in the cable space, and then a conversation about what Black leverage is going to do on the advertising complex, and then how do we create opportunity where Black power rules the day, and then Black participation is up. I just wanted to put that on the table because this is a different conversation than most people think it is.
I like it. I love it. I appreciate it, Mr. Brown.
All right. Good night.
Hey, no problem.
Good night.
Listen, man, when Mr. Brown call in, he gonna hit you with, that's the one of the co-founders of HBCU League Pass Plus. When he call in, he definitely gonna hit you with some hard hitting topics and definitely some facts. All right, before we get up out of here, quick announcements. Listen, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Here you go. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, I have a show tomorrow. Listen, the owner, one of the co-founders of HBCU League Pass Plus at the top left or top right, however you want to look at it, he will be on the show tomorrow, as well as the GCAC commissioner, Dr. Kiki Barnes, will also be joining me on the show tomorrow here at 11 o'clock a.m. Listen, if you want to know what the dollar amount that HBCU League Pass has been giving Grambling, has been giving the GCAC, what they look like, tomorrow you want to tune in. So all you FAMU rattlers who are mad that you are not a part of HBCU League Pass, you might want to tune in to see what you missed out on, okay? Just giving you the heads up on that. So that's going down tomorrow, Thursday, roundtable with me and my boy Blue, okay? And then Sunday, 7 o'clock, Girls Need Girls. Go ahead and lock that into your phone, ladies. 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Girls Need Girls. Key and Robin coming here to give you all the hot topics of what ladies be thinking about, and tampons and makeup and heels and stuff like that. All right. So, and last but not least, before we ask Kofi what he got going on this week, referral program. If you have a small business, or you know somebody with a small business that's looking to advertise, they can definitely hit me up. If they come on, I'll definitely give you a referral fee. If you are interested in that program, please text the number above. What you got going on this week, Kofi?
Man, we got ONG Strike Zone. We're moving heavy into our spring sports. Spring football started this week, and they've already got the videos rolling. So we're going to have a lot to talk about now that we're back in football, quote unquote, season. Now, here's the thing, man. This is what I don't get. All right. So every sport, baseball has a preseason. College baseball has a preseason.
Yep.
Volleyball has scrimmage games in a preseason. Basketball has a preseason. Why can't football play somebody else in the darn spring? I don't get it.
You know it. Listen, one, you have a high chance of injury. That's really that. I mean, you could get injured, at practice.
You can get injured in basketball.
You know what I'm saying? We get it. I just, it's such a violent sport that you don't want to take the unnecessary injuries if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I feel like, maybe scrimmages or something like that. I get it. I understand, but just the nature of the beast, man.
Even the high schools have darn jamborees in the spring. They ain't concerned about no injuries. Okay, so Paris wants to throw shade on basketball. Our basketball season is over, and we sucked. We sucked.
And you had a talented team. That's what made me even more sad.
We sucked. But I'm trying to tell you, going to sleep on FAMU basketball now, because next year we'll be whipping somebody.
Oh, are you firing Pillow? I hope she getting fired.
Pillow has a better chance to stay than maybe McCullum.
What?
I'm not the AD. I'm just saying, normally these things.
That's that woman on woman type stuff. Tiffany need to get in there and put her foot down. Pillow is garbage. She trash. She was trash last year. She had an uber talented team and couldn't get them to win.
So we won't be down forever. Just like Jackson State football wasn't down forever, FAMU basketball would not be down forever. So enjoy it for while it lasts.
So you gonna fire the man?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying.
I'm saying what I'm saying. I ain't saying what you saying, what I'm saying. So you gonna fire a man that got you to the tournament last year, and then he has a bad year this year, but you won't fire the female who had 2 bad seasons back to back. Okay. All right. Now it made no sense to me. But what you got in the ONG structure? I hope you guys talking about.
Yeah, we talking about all that.
Foolishness. Pure foolishness. But,
we talking about all that.
Maybe I need less IG models and more hood chicks.
You said that last year.
Clearly, y'all don't want to listen.
Yeah, well.
Maybe I need more John Morant girls. You know what I'm saying? With the blickies.
We need something, goddamn. We need something. Lord help us. Stop.
With the blickies. Oh man. Listen, I'm just saying, man. Y'all need to go find y'all some butches, like some bush, like y'all need to go get y'all some. Listen, listen, for real. I'm surprised that Jackson, like a lot of they girls, they are fine and they be balling. They be fine and be balling. So they got a couple, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying they do, but they got some baddies that be balling. So you know what I'm saying?
Make history, Jackson State. Make history.
Yeah, for real. Because fam, you can't.
Not this year.
Because you don't want to let go of your coach. She not good.
I ain't the AD, so
hey, listen,
I'd have got rid of a whole lot of people.
If anybody knows Zariah Covington, can y'all listen? I just want an autograph. Like, I just want an autographed jersey by Zariah Covington. I'm a fan, okay? I'm a fan. So if Maya Crump want to give me a signed autographed jersey too, I'll take that as well. But Zariah Covington, I'm a fan. Okay, so anybody, they might want to give that to her. Just tell her, no, I'm a fan, big fan. All right, guys, listen, we gonna get up out of here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in with us as always. We have a good time on here. Make sure you tip your waitresses. Make sure you like the stream. All right. Until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm a holler. God bless.